podcast of the Academy for Creating Enterprise. This is our Trailblazer podcast, and which we do on a regular basis, at least once or twice a month. We're holding this podcast so that we can inspire more entrepreneurs and especially provide additional knowledge, no? Doon sa mga members natin who are attending the Act Now program, namely yung Start Now and Grow Now. So tonight we have a wonderful guest who is gracious enough to give us some of her time despite her extremely busy schedule with numerous engagements in the church and in the community, and most especially with her family. No? So tonight we have Sister Maridan Sollesta, who is the CEO of Maridan Industries Incorporated, of pharmaceutical manufacturing and distribution company that's based in Iloilo City. No? So one of I think there's just a long long list of accomplishments, no? And I may not have time. We will consume the entire podcast just to share the accomplishments of this great woman. And I just would like to share a few. So like in 2019, she was awarded by the Iloilo City local government unit as one of the outstanding women of Iloilo City. She was awarded for her contribution to the addiction recovery program while serving as the area coordinator for the church's Family Services Addiction Recovery Program. Tama ba yun, sister?
Yes.
So that was one of the notable engagements ni Sister Sollesta, apart from her success in business. No, she is also an active member of the Lions Club, currently serving as a board member, and she has been past president twice of the Lions Club in Iloilo. And in her family, she is a mother of 3 boys. There's also 3 boys in our family, sister, by the way. So, so pareho tayo. And wife to husband, Eusebio Sollesta, who is currently serving as the patriarch for Iloilo State, no? Tama ba, sister?
Yes, Iloilo Central State.
Iloilo Central State.
Yes.
Okay. It's good to know that means there's
a newly created state.
Okay, so that means Iloilo is a fast-growing area of the church, no? With
Yes.
us having more stakes. All right, so tonight our topic is what can we learn, no, from the building of a successful family corporation. So we will learn a lot from the experience of Sister Sollesta. But before we get into that, maybe I will give some time to Sister Sollesta to maybe share a little bit more about herself, no, before we get into the core of the interview. Sister, ano bang gusto mo pang i-share about yourself dito sa ating mga viewers tonight?
The most important, I would like to share that I knew the gospel of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints when I was 10 years old. Yeah. The son of President Elder Boyd K. Packer was the one who taught us, especially the Book of Mormon. But it so happened that my mother was a devoted Catholic and my father was an Aglipayan because his father, our grandfather, was the founder of Aglipayan here in Iloilo City. And in fact, he was the one constructed a church or a chapel for the Aglipayans. Then after that, because my parents does not want me to join, during the high school days, secretly, I joined with my classmate who is a Latter-day Saints attending the sacrament. So, and also with my cousins who were the pioneers of the church in Manila and transferred to Bacolod City. Because during that time, we were residing at Bacolod City. Then after that, when I was in college in Manila, in UST, I was given opportunity again to attend church meetings. So I was very eager that time to join the church. But of course, I have to abide the instructions of my mother that as long that she lives, I should be a Catholic. So there were already differences, no?
That's
in
tough.
the opinions of the knowledge I earned from the church. So there is already an inspiration that I need to become a member of the church. But when I was a professional, I and my two sisters joined the church.
Oh, okay. So,
So
kasabay kayo. There
sabay
were two of
kami.
you. Sabay. Is this the
Yes.
older or a younger sister?
My younger sisters, I am the eldest.
Mm-mm.
Then after that, a few years after, um, I meet my husband in the Department of Health. We know each other. Of course, he was very interested to me, and he wants me to join in the Catholic Church again. But
Okay.
of course, I am a winner. So he followed me and he decided to be baptized.
Mm-mm.
Then it was
What year
very
was this?
timely that
What year was that?
it was 1984. It
Okay.
was very timely that the dedication of Manila Temple, we were there and decided to get married few days after. So we were among the first who were married in the temple,
Mhm.
in Manila Temple.
You're part of the history pala ng church.
Yes.
Okay. So, thank you, sister, for sharing that. No? So, I think we will go back also to some of your gospel influences as a leader in the community and as a businesswoman later, no, sa pag-uusap natin. But obviously, the gospel has played a big role in your life, no, based on what you have shared. Now, since 10 years old, it got stuck with you. No, so until
Yes.
na-baptize ka, what age were you baptized?
I was baptized at the age of 23.
Pero mo, 13 years, no? 13
Yeah.
years na making yung
Mm.
conversion. So that's really amazing.
I I told myself that I'm really destined to become a Latter-day Saints.
That's awesome. So we'll go back to that no later. So tell us about Maridan right now. How big is Maridan right now? How many employees do you have? What businesses are you in?
Okay, Maridan Industries is a family corporation. It is the first drug manufacturer in the Western Visayas, and it is located in Iloilo City. Now we are having a 123 employees, and some of them were salesmen, and some of them were um, pharmacists, chemists, microbiologists, and of course the office girls. Mostly of my employees were females, except
Okay.
the except the sales representatives and the chemist.
Uh,
So far, we have 133 products already, and we develop another family corporation. It's a trader of medical supplies and at the same time an importer.
mhm. So that's another a spin-off, another business. Not
Yes,
so it's not under Maridan. So or subsidiary na ng Maridan.
subsidiary.
Subsidiary ng Maridan. What is the name of that company?
Mid Assure. That means
Med
medical assurance.
Okay, Med Assure.
So we are because we got that name.
Uh,
So we are very meticulous in our products.
mm,
It must be a quality products because
yeah.
we guarantee to our customers of quality assurance.
So what products are you specialized in, sister? Kasi ako, my wife has been well, when I learned about high cleanse before, when I first visited you many years ago, maybe 10 years ago, when I learned about high cleanse, I was very impressed. And then later on, even right now, my wife is using yung uh,
May product.
yeah, a product of yours, no? Yung Provident ba yan? I forgot how to say that
The
name, ano?
povidone iodine. The
Yes, yeah.
mhm.
So we are regular consumers of that, no? We use it for ourselves and for our dogs. So para sa pet
Yes.
din. So what
So it's
what
a
is your
nationwide
specialty?
distribution already. Mm-mm.
Mhm. Okay.
And it is also Singapore and Malaysia also ordering from our company.
Wow. So ano na, may international market na rin pala. All right.
It's just Asian for the meantime. Mm-mm.
Asia. But international na rin. Ano? Asian. Asia pa ang start. Okay. Thank you, sister. No, so let's get into your career. No, so I understand you wanted to get into nursing. You studied in UST for a bit, no, but you didn't really finish UST, no, because of a family situation. You shifted to midwifery and became one of the top
Top
in
10.
top top 10 in the board exams. So please share with us kasi parang medyo challenging yan ano yung situation and you had a certain direction, you're doing well and then you suddenly shifted no. So can you tell us about yung mindset mo at the time when you had to make that decision was it a challenging one and what did you learn from that?
Yes, it was very challenging because UST is a very prestigious school of nursing.
Mm-hmm.
So then I transferred here in Iloilo City, and it's a lower course, the midwifery. I was not underestimated the course, but the plan of my auntie who sent me to school the time was I need to go to Germany right after graduation because I have a relative there waiting for me to work there in Germany. And the position of the midwives in Germany is higher than the nurses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, so I have, if I finish the 2-year course, I can send also my younger sisters to school. So I have a moral responsibility sending my siblings to school after graduation or if I can work.
Mm-hmm. So, ibig sabihin, yung shift niya from nursing to midwifery was motivated by a desire to work overseas.
Yes.
Okay, so yun yung ano niya. So, anong year kayo sa nursing nun when you made that decision?
The cheer was 74, 74,
Okay.
75.
And you were in your first year, second year, freshman ba kayo, no?
First year, second year, yes.
Okay, all right. So, but that didn't happen, ano? Hindi na kayo naging overseas worker, eh. So, what happened? Did you decide to pursue that goal as an overseas worker?
When I graduated also in my midwifery, when I was assigned, it so happened that maybe the head nurse and the chief nurse in St. Paul's Hospital admired my capability in doing nursing care. So instead, they assigned me in nursery, they transferred me to intensive care unit to
Mm-hmm.
take care of the post-cesarean section patients who
Mm-hmm.
are critical in condition.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there. Then during that my 2 years um, working in ICU, I discovered myself something that because I'm a wide reader, I used to read and I used to stay also in the drugstores, getting some medicines and orders. I saw the profit margin of the drugstores.
All right. Okay.
Drugstores, and I motivated something to go, no, this is business. If I have to stay here in the hospital, I'll stay here forever and get a salary of a very little amount. For the
Mm-hmm.
meantime, I could afford to buy for my foods and something to send
Viral.
my children, my sisters to school.
Siblings,
But
yeah.
for me, that's not enough. So I keep
Mm.
on computing the profit margin of the medicines, drugstores, and
Uh-huh.
they're selling big amount or big prices to the patients.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I said to myself, I have an idea that I have to study business administration or
Ah,
commerce
okay.
so
Uh-huh.
that I must be a businesswoman.
Alright. Okay. So, yung pala nag-drive sa inyo, no? Doon niyo nakuha yung inspiration when you were working in the
Yes.
hospital. That
Mm.
became a trigger for you to discover this vast opportunity in
Yes.
pharmaceutical, no? And then you worked as a med rep, no? After, was that after
Yes, I
graduation?
was given a chance to work in the health center. That's why I have a passion to serve in the community because the poorest of the poor, I was there mingling with them, helping them. Then after that, I was given opportunity and offer to work in a medical representative of one big
Mm.
companies, multinational companies, and I was assigned in fund formula, no, in
Mhm.
fund formula, dealing, presenting it to the doctors, to the pediatricians.
Okay.
So I've been doing that for 2 years.
Mhm. So, ang galing, no? Kasi you were exposed to both the prosperity, yung business opportunity. At the same time, your heart was being molded by your experiences as well as you got exposed to the poor and the needy, and maybe yung you helping your siblings with their education. You somehow are driven by yun ang nakikita ko, no? Na you were driven by these motives for you to um, have an ambition to become a prosperous businesswoman as well, no? So, gusto mo
Yeah,
tumulong
there's a
sa
contribution
families.
of experiences,
Mhm.
no? Mainly contribution of experiences that made me of what I am today.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
So, yan pala. Sige, let's move into your story. So, uh, well, isa yung pangalan ng business narinig ko, di ba? It's an interesting thing. No? Bakit Maridan yung naging pangalan? So, bagay naman. So, but how did you get to decide na Maridan will be the name of the corporation?
Okay, my husband told me that he registered the name Maridan Chemical Industries. It was first a single proprietorship, and I was surprised that how come he named it after me. And he said, you will be the one to be an inspiration so that you could not afford that business will be failed because it is your name. And
Okay.
it will be a legacy to your children someday.
Pressure
So,
pala yun, pressure.
so you can carry the challenges, all the challenges, because you carry your name.
So tell us about what was happening, no? Ano mga conversation yun ni Brother Seb, no, as you were deciding to get into this venture, no, na mag-start na kayo ng business nyo, ano nangyari? What was the conversation like?
Actually, because of my experiences in the hospitals, I know the medical supplies, the all the um, medicines, no?
Mm,
I'm exposed to different kinds of people, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and customers. So when I have my three boys, they were very sickly.
mm,
And we were always in the hospital almost every month. And we suffered financial crisis.
mm,
So I have to help him, even though I tried to be a full-time mother because that's a family. What's this?
Priority niya yun at the time.
Family. It is advised to us by the prophet that mothers
Okay.
or wives should stay in the home.
Uh-huh.
No. So I obeyed because, of course, we need to be obedient.
Mm,
So because of that crisis that we suffered, and there was a time that when I asked for to lend money, no one will trust us to lend money because
mm.
they are not sure if we can pay.
So
So I
dumaan kayo sa
told
ganun,
myself,
you went
ah,
through that experience na you're trying
oo,
to,
dinideny ako even sa close friend ko
wow.
sometimes. I don't know if they don't have money, but I used to go to to those who have really money. But we have
Okay.
insecurities if I can pay because I don't have a job anymore.
Uh-huh.
I'm a full-time mother.
Uh-huh.
So they know that they are afraid that I could not pay.
Mhm.
So they refuse. And when my youngest son suffered of pneumonia, she was in 50-50 condition. So I could not even buy his medicines. So during that time, my husband was a bishop. And of course, because he was a bishop, he's an example that he should not ask for fast offering assistance because he is the bishop. He was the
Ang
bishop,
hirap,
I mean.
ang hirap.
Oo. So may
Mm.
pride, may pride siya dyan. So there was a time na yung mga jewelries ko na nandoon na sa sanglaan.
Oo.
So,
Mm.
yun, it's good na naka-recover dahil doon naka-recover yung anak ko sa mga very expensive medicines and antibiotics. And I
Mm.
told myself it will never happen again. That I don't have money to buy something for my children.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Galing. Ang tindi na
So,
inspiration na yun.
so yes. So the time I told myself I have to put a home industry that my office and my working place is also in the home, that I have to take care at the same time of my children. So I utilize my knowledge because formerly the family of my father owned a drugstore, and we helped our auntie who was a pharmacist in running the business, and of course compounding the external use medicines. During the times the drugstores were allowed to compound
Oo.
medicines
Mm.
in the
Naalala ko yun.
drugstores, but
Oo.
now it's prohibited.
Okay.
So I have all that ideas. So my
Mm.
auntie said, later, yeah, it will be these things that you're doing, it will be a great help to your life. So it was true, no? So I remember what she said, and I have that. I made an extension room at the backyard of our
Mm.
house,
Mm.
and in my little amount of money, I bought raw materials.
Mm.
I
And what
bought,
was the first product? What was the
yes,
first product?
it was
Ah, okay.
manzanilla
Uh,
oil, no?
uh,
I bought bottles, clean bottles, sterilized them. Then I filled one by one the bottles, then labeled it and packed it by dozens, then bring it to the drugstore, whom I know very well, that they will not deny my products. So in different three drugstores. So they accepted, although I don't have a license
mm.
with the FDA. Because
Mm.
during the time, FDA was not very strict.
Mm.
They're very lenient. And
Mm.
anyway, it was an external use medicines. It's just a liniment. So they accepted. Not even 30 days, all my products were consumed.
Mm.
Because maybe maybe my friends who are pharmacists, they were the one pushing those medicines. And of course,
Katulad.
some of the end users realized that my medicine was very effective because I always base on the quality.
Mm.
So keep on buying. So several productions I was able to produce again. Instead of three productions, I was able to produce 10, 10 productions. Then do it again, the same thing. And I expand my number of drugstores.
So within
Then,
that same row, hindi ka pa nag-expand ng facility. So you're producing this in the
oh, dyan
same,
lang.
okay.
Sa simula, baldi
Uh,
lang, Philip. Diyan ako nagtitimpla. Pero
uh,
yung stainless na baldi, it's not plastic. Kasi siyempre delikado yung plastic na crude, yung
Mixed up dun
chemicals
sa
may effect
chemical.
din eh. Oo.
So
So
that's
stainless, may paddle stainless, everything stainless.
amazing. So you
So
really started, like how much did you start at the start? Yung time na yun, how much was your starting capital?
3,000.
Okay.
It
Ano,
was
3,000.
3,000 pesos.
Okay. Medyo malaki na rin siguro yan. Ngayon, no?
Noon, siguro ngayon, siyempre, around 30,000 or
Okay.
10 times
Alright.
30,000.
So relatively, hindi rin naman masyadong malaki. Ano? So 30,000 pesos, you start
Ah,
a home-based
mm.
na business. You're selling on your own. Ikaw lang talaga lahat.
Ako lang talaga, solo
Okay.
ko. Tapos sa sasakyan, dala-dala ko yung mga anak ko. No, may nanay lang sila. No.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Then, ng that's why they know the business very well because they
Mhm.
were there
Mm.
sa mula sa pag-compound ng medicine, pag-label, pagbinta, pag-meet ng customers, they were there. That's why negosyante silang tatlo.
Oo nga eh, nakita ko nga, no? So, and I'm amazed, no? It's very impressive how they were able to adapt into entrepreneurship and get involved in the business and also start their own, no? Nagsimula
Yes.
rin sila ng mga sarili nilang negosyo, no?
Mm-mm.
So, si Lester nga is a different venture, no? Signage yung kanya. Alright,
Oo.
so,
So after three
tell
years,
us about that, kasi parang medyo naging smooth, no?
nawala siya.
Bella connection. Unstable, Bella connection.
Hello? Parang humina yata, no? Yung ano niya.
Si Quante.
Yun, hintayin muna natin konti.
Okay, okay,
Mga
Randy.
kaibigan, hintayin muna natin muna. Yan, balik na.
I'm sorry, sister. Na-disconnect for some reason. Can you hear me okay, sister?
Okay na. Okay na, Philip.
Hello. Sister, I was asking, kasi relatively parang naging smooth yung start mo, no? Your product was immediately well received by the market. Ano yung mga naging challenges mo naman as you were growing through growing the business?
Kasi in a 3 years time, I was able to have 55 products or
Mm.
SKU. So in a
Three,
short,
3 years?
yes, in
3
three
years?
years
Wow.
time, 55 products. So
Wow.
na-alarm ng FDA. Na-alarm ng FDA, bakit ganun kabilis?
Mm.
No? So, I admit my biggest challenge because I'm not a pharmacist and I have this drug manufacturing plant. Though as if I just guided by the spirit to construct something which I don't even know. No, I was there selling the products that because of the quality, the end users demand to buy and buy. So I made popular because of my products. It was been
Mm.
known in Iloilo City, even in the whole Panay. At
So
first,
labeled na
out of
Maridan.
the
Yung Maridan ang ginagamit niya na ano.
yes, yung Maridan. Maridan talaga. We never change. From the beginning, it's Maridan. Maridan product. So, I hired of course, from the start, I hired a pharmacist for us to have a license to operate. But it so happened that pharmacists, even in the whole Iloilo City, have a limited knowledge when it comes to drug manufacturing procedures. Even, I say, even the FDA here in Iloilo. So the expertise only are in Manila. the manufacturing assigned inspectors. So the FDA Iloilo was even stressed of my ambition to put up a good manufacturing plant. No, they said, how come you keep on insisting this business that we don't have here in Iloilo? We don't have this in Western Visayas. How come you keep on insisting this business? I said, this is what I know. This is the business I want to have. So you are there to help me. You must help me. So instead that I need to be a compliance, so you should help me. So instead that they have to demand to me of something, I demanded to them for a
Baliktad.
help. No, baligtad.
Pero hindi naman sila, buti
Then,
hindi rin parang heavily bent on regulating yun na ang daming bawal, 'di ba? Parang naging obstacle sa'yo.
kaya mayroon ako mga deficiencies, may mga para kasi ito nangyari, small and big drugstores wondering why I am not a pharmacist, yet I put up a drug manufacturing plant. So it's a mystery to them, no, that even them who are pharmacists could not manage to have a drug manufacturing plant, only drugstores. So the Food and Drug Administration requests Manila inspectors to come over here in Iloilo City to inspect me. And there they found out I have many a sort of I'm not actually compliant, no, to some regulations they want me to have. So I hired several pharmacies, one in Manila, one two in Iloilo. I've hired KMS. I have microbiologist. Then it so happened
So they give you a chance. Parang hindi naman, shutdown ka, hindi ka pwedeng mag-operate.
hindi, naawa din sila sa akin.
Okay.
Mababait din siguro sila. So I hired those professionals for to help me. So
Okay.
it was very timely when my son graduated in pharmacy, Jan Vincent, and he became the manager of our manufacturing plant. And during lot of process, we construct a building that really fitted to what they expect to have a exact drug manufacturing plant.
So
So
how long, sister? How long was that process?
it took us 3 years.
Ang
3
bilis din.
years.
Ang
Oo,
bilis.
bilis. Bilis.
Mm.
So, kasi maraming tumutulong sa akin yung DTI, yung
So I wanted to talk about that, sister. Can you expound a little more doon sa ano? Kasi marami tayong members who are also on that path right now, no? Na medyo lumalaki na yung business nila and it's a struggle with resources, technical expertise, no? So how was the government helpful to you sa
So
Maridan?
the DTI, I got lot of trainings from DTI in making our labels, in what do you call that? Sa kwan bla, sa kwan sa labels ano ganun ang pagtawag?
Packaging, ganun.
Barcode na they're the one who started. So we were very expert in barcoding. And that's why we were able to put our products in SM and some big department stores because of our barcode. And they have a lot of trainings, and later they funded my project to put up a good manufacturing plant, no? So that I will able to pass the GMP, good manufacturing procedure.
So this is DTI yan.
Oo.
Okay.
I've done in different classes in DTI. So, Department of Trade and Industries does not only give trainings, but they support also financially, especially in their lending corporation. what we
Yung
call
ano,
the Small
yes,
Business Corporation, SB
yes,
Corp.
Small Business Guarantee Fund Corporation. No?
Yes,
Okay.
oo. So at first they lent me 2 million, then 5 million. Uh, Even you can lend 20 million.
Mhm.
So if you able to establish your good credibility.
Mhm. So basta ano rin, loan to, no? So this is being paid, do you have an idea what interest they were charging you at the time?
So the rate now is 7 to 8%, but DTI or SB Corp only charge 5%.
Oh,
So they have
ganda.
less 2%.
Mm. So
Hindi naman
lower the
hirap
amounts.
mag-apply. Oo, as long makilala ka na talaga, you prove your integrity and of course, yung mga documents such as mayor's permit,
Yeah, yung mga normal. No?
mm,
And yung financial standing mo din ng business mo, no? That
financial
it's
standing mo.
well managed. So
At
how about
saka bank records, your bank records of course.
okay. So how about DOST? Was DOST ever involved sa ano mo, sa projects mo?
Yes, oo. Ng technological process ng manufacturing plant. They were
Mhm.
there to assist us until some academe joined us because the balik scientists
Mhm.
so that they will approve also of their loans doing certain products. So their products are produced here in Maridan Industries.
Okay. So
And they were granted also loans because of
mhm.
that products.
All
And
right.
because manufacturing plant is licensed tool manufacturer,
Mhm.
so we were able to avail also the a loan granted by the DOST.
All right. So yung mga balik scientists, may programa yung DOST funding them so they can do research and come up with their own product. And then kayo yung ano, accredited na toll
Tool
manufacturer.
manufacturer.
Okay. Pero brand pala yun. It will come out as their brand, not your brand.
Yes, their brand, but the name under their products is our name. Manufactured by Maridan Industries.
Yeah, nakikita natin yan. Ano? So
Like
that's
my
interesting.
son, like my son, John,
Uh-huh.
he has his own company. He was the
Galing.
one, because of his research and development group, he
Uh-huh.
developed products, advanced
This is
products.
Galenex, no? Galenex
Oo,
yun.
that's Galenex.
Very
Then
impressip.
after they
I
compose a
saw that.
certain products, oo, they give us the process how to manufacture their products. Then we were the one who manufactured it. It's their like the OB wash or high cleanse OB.
Para
Have
sa
you heard
women yan.
that? Or the
Yeah,
Spring
I think I saw that.
spray?
Oh, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Galing.
They have a branded product, but it is manufactured by Maridan Industries. And my
Mhm.
son paying us also their tool.
Okay.
It's
Okay yan.
business. Mm-mm.
Kasi so let's go to the organization naman, ano? Kasi, okay, so your family started this, you're now running well, it's growing, there are some challenges, but you're able to cope. So how have you fixed the organization so that it will continue to pros? Kasi minsan na nagiging problema nung mga family corporations sa administrative side, ano, yung nagkakagulo or the family has so much power and sometimes yung mga decisions hindi professionally done. So how do you guard yourself on that, no? So that uh, kasi mahirap pag ano lang, di ba, kung kunyari pabor power yung you favor
Yes.
decisions because of the family ang nag-decide eh. Pero kahit hindi yan
Yes.
yung tama. So how
Mm-mm.
are you addressing those usual concerns with family businesses?
Okay. I was inspired that when my children was able to manage their own on their own, they have their family of their own. Like Lester, I advised him to develop a business, what he likes. So he choose the advertising. So that his exposure to Maridan is not too much. We have only a meeting if they have some to make some suggestions, but I am the head of Maridan.
Okay.
And Patriarch, he has his own business also, and that's farming.
Okay.
Diyan siya happy.
Ah,
Napagod siya sa business kasi maraming challenges, maraming requirements ng DOLE, ng BIR, ng everything. So he's a man of few words and he does not want a very simple man. That's why he does not want many challenges. No.
He likes
Unlike
to
me, I want challenges because I learned from the challenges. It made me smart because of those challenges. If I did not have any problems, I don't know what happened to our life, Andy. Maybe we're not able to grow. So those problems and challenges made us grow and made us bigger. And made
Well,
us
some people,
successful.
kasi
Mm-mm.
some people, isa yon sa trait nila, di ba? Yung stress management skills mo, yung preference mo. Actually, it can be a preference, di ba? Yung stress management mo, mataas talaga yung tolerance mo for that, no? So,
Oo.
some people really have that. And I think that's key to a lot of the successful entrepreneurs who are able to really grow their business kasi mataas nga yung tolerance nila for stress.
Oo.
So,
Matamlay ako pag wala sigurong problema minsan.
okay,
So,
so how is
si Jan naman, I told him to develop high-end products, branded high-end products. So it became very successful. I guided him carefully, and he was very obedient to all my instructions. So he was very successful. And my son, Eldred, he is in photography because it's his passion. And I remember when I won in Academy Award as a Master Entrepreneur, I said, Mama, I will be with you in Cagayan as long you will give me the cash prize because I have to buy it a camera. I want to be a photographer. And he's the one making video in the church. No, every
okay.
time general authorities come over and some important meetings, he's the one doing video.
That's
So
interesting.
actually, they don't have any so much interest to Maridan.
Involvement.
As long they trust me to run the business, as long they know how I'm still okay to manage my business, so it's okay for them.
So how do you see the future, sister? Kasi eventually you will retire, no? You will pass on the baton. So how are you preparing for that? How are you preparing the organization for that, no? Kasi family corporation yan nga yung yan yung isang concern, di ba? How will the corporation continue to be sustained? Maybe
Somebody will administer the Maridan.
so parang you're preparing
And
also for that.
somebody will in charge for the distribution, and somebody will be the one to head or take over the mid-assure.
So may
Of
succession
course,
plan
the
na kayo.
three of them. Of course, the three of them.
Okay. The three of the three boys.
The three boys.
The three boys. Okay.
Besides their business, either it's going up or down. At least there is Maridan and Mid-Assure that will sustain their financial needs.
Parang yung mothership. This is the mothership.
Yes.
Okay.
Oo.
So the
As
others
long we are in the same, they are under the same umbrella.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to your we're almost done with we've almost consumed our time. Bilis Parang bitin yung conversation natin. So let's talk about how has the gospel influenced your style, no? And your life as an entrepreneur and as a businesswoman. Paano nakaka-influence sa iyo yung spiritual life mo? Yung testimony mo about Jesus Christ and the principles that we have in the gospel.
Of course, I was only 33 years old when I was called a Stake Relief Society president. I substituted a 62 years old who has been in the stake for 12 years.
Mhm.
And it so happened that she's single. That's why she was released. So the time, I don't know of all many women why I choose. I was feel very young, 33. I have three sons, small sons. I'm running the business, and I don't know the stake president inspired me to be the stake president in Relief Society.
Society.
So, because it was the first time that the Stake Relief Society was released, and I was the one in charge again. So of course I could not. What's this? There's a chance of comparison that this one is better than me because so and so I'm young. I could not understand women. I could not understand wives who are older than me. I could not understand how to take care of the children because maybe I could not manage my own children because they were small.
Yeah.
So
Hirap minsan.
it was also a great challenge. It was the first time I have to face great challenge in the church. My husband was released as a bishop. No, he was still a bishop that time. I mean,
Mm.
I
Pero
was
usually
released
hindi
when he
ginagawa
became a
yan, ano?
stake president.
Oo.
Yeah. So, so I have to focus. I keep on praying what to do. So I need to have an assistance of the Heavenly Father to help me how to magnify my calling, that I will not be compared to a PhD Relief Society Relief Society president, no, who
Ah,
is eloquent in speaking. You
mm.
know, Reddy, I'm very fond of writing. I feel that I was a journalist because I'm very fond of writing in my journals. That's why when I became one of the resource person in what you call the history of the Philippines
Mm.
in the Saints
Mm.
in volume
Oh,
4.
really? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that. Huh?
chapter 27, you could see my records
Hindi.
there because I'm fond of writing and I find there's energy and power in writing. All my emotions are there, my visions, my inspirations, even my business I put into writing. So there is
Mhm.
a record. I feel that I was Mormon, I was Moroni because I love writing.
Amazing.
I love
Amazing.
writing than talking.
Mm.
So I keep on writing. And one day, I wrote Sister Okazaki, the first counselor of the
Eko.
Relief
Eko
Society,
Osa.
General Relief Society at the time.
Mm.
And I asked him to come over to give us the talk. So my state president at the time, he said, "Oh, you will going to invite first counselor in the General Relief Society? You're too ambitious, Sister Maridan." It was the time that no general authorities from Salty will come over unless they are assigned as presidency, no?
Mm.
So, but Sister Okazaki answered my letter and he said, "Yes, I will be there in the Relief Society anniversary."
Wow.
So I was able to prove something to the Relief Society that I'm not young to be a State Relief Society president. I did something great for them.
Mm.
So the time it was a very successful event when Sister Okazaki came over. She gives a talk and of course a training to us. And in
Mm.
fact, he gave me she gave me a book of leadership that I was able to read and put into action.
Mm. So what specific siguro parang prominent sa isip niyo na nakaka-influence sa'yo whenever you have to make a business decision or maybe in your leadership experiences sa work, no, sa business niyo. Anong normally ang siguro palaging tumatakbo sa isip niyo na is coming from the gospel?
Yes. So I could not
And
be a good businesswoman dealing with the customers, with the suppliers, if I'm not being a Latter-day Saints, Philip.
Mhm.
Um, my patience counts so much in business.
Okay. So, nakatulong
Yeah,
yung gospel
that's
para
why
maging Christian
patience
kayo.
is a virtue. Oo. So, of course, the law of tithing,
Mm,
paying my tithing, honestly, I believe it helps me to
mm,
progress my business.
mm, mm. Yeah, very good, very important.
Yes, and of course, fast offering, helping the missionaries who cannot
Mm,
afford to go on a mission,
yeah,
and many things that I've done
yeah, that's
based on
good.
gospel principles. And teachings, of course, and teachings in the Sunday school. It
So,
has been a
yung
great help.
Sunday experience nyo is contributing a lot to your, to your weekly, day-to-day engagement in the business as well. So,
Yes, even in the civic organizations, in the Lions Club.
nadadala nyo
I
rin.
became the most outstanding, no, most outstanding president in the whole Visayas during the time. And I made changes in the leadership that
Mm,
before we will going to start a meeting, we have to pray first. We have
wow.
to yes, we have to pray first. No, not to pray the Lion's Prayer, but pray to our Heavenly Father. Then
Ah,
no activities on Sundays. So until
okay.
now, it's a culture that no activities on Sundays. Before we have Governor's Ball Sundays. Now
Mm,
the activity is only up to Saturdays.
sige. So anyway, last na. I forgot to ask this question kasi I know that you attended academy, yung executive batch, I think, no? Kasi when Lester
Yes.
was working for the academy, he invited you to attend the training, no? So what did you get from the yung kasi experienced business woman na kayo ni brother, no? Nag-attend kayo, di ba? So
Yes.
what did you get from your experience, no? Doon sa 2 weeks ba yan o 1 week? I think 1 week, no?
Of course, mga rules of thumb.
Mm.
Start
Naalala niyo
small,
pa yung rules.
think big, oo. Then hire
Very
slow,
slow.
fire fast, no?
Okay.
But of course, I hired the human resource specialist for her to be the one to in charge for interview and hire
Mm.
our personnel.
Yun nga,
But
oo.
of course, when it comes to, of course, there's no what we call perfect relationship of employer-employee. Like
Mm-mm.
husband and wife, there's no perfect
Mm.
relationship.
That's true.
So when we terminate an employee, we should be gentle,
Mm-mm.
unless there are three consecutive same problems that he committed.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But we seldom terminate an employee.
Pero I like that, kasi
Mostly
sometimes
since I started Philip the business, 10 employees are still here in my business.
very good sign.
They are loyal, and some
Very
of
good.
them already received the part of their separation pay when they will
Ah,
retire.
good. That's
Mm-mm.
good.
They are very loyal. Mostly, I don't have a problem to my employees because,
Yeah.
of course, after my HR will hire them, I keep on praying.
Mm.
If this person, good character, attitude, it will be a help. He will be a help to our company. So I keep on asking God.
Galing, no?
I keep on praying for them also.
That's
I
nice.
keep on praying my customers, my
See?
suppliers.
So
Oo,
parang
it's a part. Mm-mm.
it's
So
integral
kung
na sa inyo.
malugi ang customer ko, siyempre na mawalan din ako ng sales. Kung malugi din ang suppliers ko, hindi
Oo.
mamroblema ako kung saan ako bibili ng supplies.
That's why they
So,
love
mga
you.
suppliers ko mga 30 years na rin.
Oo.
Oo.
Excellent. So that's why they love you. They know that you are petitioning God on their behalf. So
Oo, Philips, of course, alam nila na Latter-day Saints ko, mahiya ako na mag na I will not fulfill my promise to
that's
them.
great. No?
Oo, by the
So
time
I know it
kung
can be
mag-grow
challenging
na ang
sometimes. No? Baka gusto niya na magalit pero hindi ka pwede magalit kasi Latter-day
Oo.
Saint.
Oo, yan naman ang siyempre may yan ang disadvantage natin. Hindi tayo pwede magalit.
Pero at the same time, you know, your success has shown that you have used good judgment in your relationships with all your stakeholders, yung mga supplier, customer ninyo, in running your business with your employees. So we congratulate you for that and we thank you for your time tonight, Sister Maridan Sollesta. No? It's been a great conversation. I hope there will be a next time kasi I'm sure maraming magsasabi na naman sa akin, Philip, nabitin naman kami doon sa podcast mo. Ang dami pang gustong matutuhan, no? And usually ganun yung nakukuha namin na feedback doon sa mga kinakausap namin dito, no? And I'm sure with what we learned from you, what we heard from you, there's still so much that we can talk about and dig deeper, no? So in our next conversation, siguro we can deep dive into some of those. So maraming salamat ulit, Sister Sollesta, to your family, no, for supporting you even tonight, no. Si Lester, sino ba nag-ano sa'yo? Si Lester or si
Dalawa
Neil?
sila.
Dalawa sila. So salamat.
Dalawa
No?
sila.
Send our
Nandito
thanks
sila
to
nga
them.
eh.
And also to Patriarch, no. We hope that
Oo.
you know we'll see him again soon on my next trip to Iloilo. We can spend some time together. So thank you to our viewers tonight sa Facebook Live and those who will be viewing this in the future sa YouTube channel natin. We hope that you will pray about the things that you heard tonight and see how what insights you can get on how you can improve yourself in your business. No? We learned from Sister Sollesta about her career. No? How sometimes career do not turn out as you expect them. There's a lot of turns that will happen. And we can see from the past, no, yung Machinery Sister Sollesta, how she was able to figure things out from her past, how the challenges, exposure, and the things that she picked up even when she was very young, no. Eventually, these things became a part of a puzzle that contributed to her being a successful entrepreneur and also having a wonderful family. So maraming salamat ulit, Sister Sollesta, and we hope to see
You're
you again
welcome.
soon. So
Most
goodbye.
welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.